Tonight on 8 out of 10 Cats, Jack B, Jedward, Amy Childs, Bear Grylls, Alex Reed, Jamelia, David O'Doherty, Russell Kane, Krishnan Guru Murthy, Joe Wilkinson, and their team captain, Sean Locke. And facing them tonight, Doc One, Kelly Osborne, Sarah Millican, Lorraine Kelly, Jack Whitehall, Mickey Flanagan, Charlie Brooker, Patsy Palmer, and their team captain, John Richardson. Now, welcome your host, Jimmy
And welcome to 8 out of 10 Cats, a show about opinion polls, surveys and statistics. Did you know, for example, 1 in 5 Brits has sent a racy text message to the wrong person? I once wrote an explicit text to my girlfriend's mum, but somehow I sent it to my girlfriend by mistake. 20% of Americans think the sun orbits the Earth. Sounds bad until you realise the other 80% think it's towed across the sky by Jesus in a chariot. 33% of Brits keep a weapon in their home. I keep mine in my trousers. Right, ladies? It's a Stanley knife. Right, let's get started. What are you talking about? That's the name of our first round. We've teamed up with a leading polling organisation, and they've asked the British nation what stories they've been discussing this week. It's our panellists' job to guess the British public's top 5 most popular talking points. Sean, Alex, Russell, what have the nation been talking about this week?
It's got to be Giggsy.
Giggsy?
He's been a bit of a naughty boy, hasn't he?
Yeah. Tell me, a bit of a naughty boy, I think it's probably an understatement.
Yeah. What is interesting about the footballers, though, is they seem to pick up all their women via mobile phones. They either, like, send pictures or texts. They say, do you want to go out and have sex? And they go, yeah, all right, and that's it. There's no... What did they do? How did footballers get off with women before mobile phones?
Pigeon.
Yeah.
Pigeon. Imagine that.
Just drew a picture of their cock on a bank statement. Here's my bank statement, and that's what it looks like. I can't draw, so I got Rio to do it.
I just thought of something.
It's quite normal.
Is it Lego?
First, there's that Imogen business. And incidentally, she came to my New Year's Eve party. And
Imogen came to your New Year's Eve party?
She did.
Well, but now she's famous, so things are going to change.
She's done pretty good.
She's now in a different league.
Yeah. You know, you have to sign all these NDAs and these, what's the thing they're going...
Non-disclosure agreements?
Yeah, everyone had to sign these.
To come to your party?
Correct, yes.
You're having a laugh, aren't you?
Yeah. Seriously, that wasn't my suggestion.
Because
somebody else suggested.
I remember... Do you remember that girl? I forget her name that you were dating.
Yeah, yeah.
Remember the only reason you're famous? That girl. Don't be
nice to me.
I will be nice.
Okay.
Jesus. We should have booked security.
I might be tired.
I know, all right. Don't cry, Alex. Jesus.
The other ladies, is it alleged? Are we allowed to talk about the other?
Oh, we are allowed to talk the other lady.
Sister-in-law. I mean...
Oh, my good. Brothers. What's that all about?
No. It's when a woman has 2 babies and they're both boys.
So not only has Ryan Giggs been in someone who's been in Big Brother, but his brother has also been in someone his Big Brother has been in. John, Sarah, Patsy, what have the nation been talking about this week?
Oh, it's the end of the world. It's the end of the news of the world. They're closing the news of the world just in case the allegations are true. It's a bit of a clue that they might be. It's a bit like saying, I can't be sure my flatmate was lying when he said he didn't drink the last of the milk, but I have had him killed anyway.
The thing is, it's got to a point now where paedophiles watching this scandal unfold can take the moral high ground. What I did was wrong, but I didn't phone up dead soldiers' parents. You know, that's how bad it is, and I think that they had no choice but to get rid of the news of the world. No choice but for it to go. But what's odd is that none of the editors are being are being sacrificed. And it's a bit weird, these editors who said, I didn't know anything about this. It's a bit like a butcher holding up a leg of lamb and going, what, they killed a sheep? I had no idea! This is disgusting!
Sure, Christian and Joe, what else have the nation been talking about?
The Greek economy. The bailout, the riots in Greece. They've been rioting about the austerity measures that are being imposed. And they couldn't control the rioters. I thought they'd have used the hummus cannon. Spray them with hummus, and in the sun it'd dry quickly and they'd be stuck like that. Taking a very light-hearted approach to that serious problem they've got in Greece.
Christian, you're like a proper grown-up newsreader. Tell us what's going on in Greece.
They're screwed, basically. I mean, they're...
Get to us straight. Don't sugarcoat it for us.
Yeah, they've got massive debts that they can't service, and they need another bailout.
How much do they owe?
Total debts are €355 billion.
355 billion.
Yeah.
There's got to be a point where you start opening your statements and go,
The real tragedy of the whole thing is being this much in debt. We'll never see a Greek man on the moon. I mean, that's a shame. That's something I always dreamt of. First Greek on the moon. They'll never have enough money to pay for that space programme now.
Economy's a Greek word as well, sadly.
Yeah.
Short for, he got no bloody money.
Is it Wimbledon?
Did you go this week?
I went to Eastbourne.
How did you cope with the screaming?
Where, in Eastbourne?
At the tennis, when they hit it and they...
Screaming, grunting.
They're trying to ban it, aren't they? They're trying to ban the noises.
Yeah, they are.
I have to watch it with the sound down. I can't be doing with it. If you turn the sound down and do your own noises, like boink, boink. I imagine that the ball boys are little gremlins, and then when they come out to get a ball, I go...
Can I hear the gremlin noise again?
Sometimes I go, my ball, my ball, my ball.
Does anyone think Andy Murray's going to win?
Of course he's not going to win. We always go through this shit every year. He's never going to win.
read the news like that. Oh, this is bollocks. Not reading that. Move on.
Well, it'd be good. It'd be a breath of fresh air if the news was read like this.
I'd love that.
Afghanistan, yada, yada, yada.
The thing that did annoy me was that Andy Murray takes his top off a lot. And, like, he's obviously proud of his body, isn't he? Which annoys me. If he had my body, he wouldn't do it. Because
if he had your body, I don't know whether he'd be playing there.
Well...
I always think he looks a mess, because, like, Nadal is incredible. Like, he's just a physical Adonis. And Andy Murray looks like a heroin addict that's shoplifted a JD Sports. He's pathetic. And, like, when you see him next to Nadal is just the perfect man, because he's really strong. He's got these big pistons of arms, but then a really nice little boyish face, sort of very hamsterish features. Like, imagine if you were with Nadal, he'd be, like, 2 hours of, like, rampant, ferocious sex, and then afterwards, just make you Eggs Benedict.
Does anyone... Do you fancy a game of who's got a crush on Nadal? Fancy a game? Oh, look, I've won. What are the biggest scandals?
Is it WikiLeaks? That's where the whole world was blown apart by a series of increasingly tedious revelations.
In the East End, we've got a slightly different version of the website. It's called Dirty Filthy Grass. Slag, in brackets.
So you see Julian Assange as a...
Dirty Filthy Grass. Slag. The minute they buried the Quay twins, I knew all this would start. They kept a lid on all this. Everyone behaved themselves. Ronnie goes, bosh, it's all out in the open.
Sort of disappointing revolutionary, isn't he, though, Julian Assange? He's a sort of sleazy Australian in a cotton suit that looks like it smells of urine. WikiLeaks is actually what happens when Australians don't work behind bars.
There's one thing I don't say about the name. It's a strange name, Assange. It sounds like a tactic in croquet. Doesn't it? If you knock your ball there, you have Assange. Or like a parade ground drill, like, Legionnaires, Assange! And they all go into the shape of a croissant.
Yeah, but what else does it sound like, Sean?
The surgeon would say, well, we've removed the prostate, now we just have to Assange the wound. Or like a part of France. We've bought a lovely place in the Assange.
What else does it sound like, though, Sean?
Assange. It sounds like that rash you get, right? The rash you can get if you wax your chest too quickly. If you're a footballer. And he's got a lot of Assange there, the skin's...
I got Olympic tickets to see Assange.
What are you wearing? Is it Assange? When the meat is nearly ready, you just have to Assange the vegetables.
What else are we going to be talking about this week?
Kate and... Well, I don't know why they are, but apparently Kate and Wills have been in the news because they went to Canada.
They're praising them for doing ordinary... Oh, it's amazing how Kate, she just went up to this girl and talked to her. As if she was like another human being that spoke the same language. It's amazing.
You can't talk to girls, John, so...
That's why we put the two girls on your team. We thought we'd give you a chance. We've paid women to talk to you.
I've done that.
You own a tallying salon, don't you?
I do vajazzles. Basically, for the show I do vajazzles, and they come in and tell me all their life stories. Why don't you come down? Why don't you have a vajazzle?
Why don't I come down? Because I don't have a vagina. Is it called a pajazzle when a boy has it? This is when you put the... Oh, well, surely you should call it glitter balls.
I don't do that.
What's a vajazzle?
They take a twinkle cave...
Twinkle cave.
And they decorate around the top of the twinkle cave with a few little shiny things, Sean. It's delightful.
And it's called vajazzle.
What? No, I don't understand. They decorate it?
Yeah.
Yes, they do.
Why?
You know, because sometimes when you look at one, you go, oh, it's a bit dull, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, you see what you can do? You can do them at home. I'm sure yours are much better, but you can do it at home where you just put a bit of, like, Pritt stick on. A bit of glitter on, but you always have to do it over, like, a bit of newspaper so you can get back into the thing, because it's expensive.
Could you do it with, like... Could you use dried pasta and stuff and lentils as well?
Teachers are on strike and they didn't know what to do, which seems... Because when the firemen go on strike, they get the army in. You just do that in schools. Teachers send the army into schools.
What, just hose down the kids? Sorry, there's been a terrible mix-up.
They certainly sort out the discipline, and I imagine they would learn stuff. 2 + 2 is 4. Sir, yes, sir. Getting the crap out of them. How was your day, Oliver? You don't know, 'cause you weren't there, man.
U-turn?
Oh, yes, yeah, they've done that again.
Government U-turn. There have been 2 government U-turns this week. There's the obvious U-turn over sentencing policy.
Because Ken Clark said we're going to halve sentences if you say you did it.
Yeah.
Which sounds like a reasonable offer. It's almost worth saying you did something.
Yeah. Well, Ken Clark's been dubbed by the Sun. They call him the paedophile's friend, which sounds like the strongest mint in the world. When you take your suck one, it clears your hard drive.
Okay, as you guys know, okay, we met Barack Obama, okay, and he was like...
You're joking?
Then shook Barack Obama's hand. Yeah, like, if anyone wants to touch it, you can.
Just out of his, why did you meet him?
We met the biggest world leader in the world, okay, and he was like, so what is Jedward? And we told him that it's John and Ed and you put together and it makes Jedward.
But why, was he lost or something? How did this happen?
Yeah.
Barack Obama opened the wrong door and get lost. What's going on there? And he switched the light on, then you two are there. How did it happen?
You told him the Jedward story and he didn't go back to America and say, from now on I am Obama.
All the biggest people in Ireland were there. Daniel Day-Lewis was there, Gabriel Byrne was there, we were there. He skipped everyone, walked straight to us, and Michelle Obama was there also. Bono wasn't there.
Yeah.
He was too
cool.
He was on tour.
Bono was probably in your dressing room going... Can I ask a question?
Of course you can.
That's not going to change anything. You'll be surprised to find that my memory is not wiped out by that. Yours maybe. But do they not hit kids in Ireland?
Welcome back to 8 out of 10 Cats. Our next round is Pick of the Polls. OK, Sean Steen, what do you like the look of?
We like the look of the keyboard, Jimmy.
In a poll to find out who people would turn to for advice, Google, the internet search engine, came second. What came first? When something happens in your life, there's a crisis, who do you go to?
My mum.
And what does she say?
Google it.
I think it's got to be family, because I would definitely go to Mama and Papa Wan every single time for advice.
Mama and Papa?
Mama and Papa Wan.
Oh, that sounds adorable.
Yeah, they are adorable.
Do you phone them up for just advice on like, personal stuff, or is
Well,
it like... Is it in
I
life?
tend to talk to Mama Wan first, because I can't understand my dad, because he talks in very broken English still, which is...
A little bit racist, Cock.
A little bit racist. But it's a little bit. But it's true, but honestly, to this day...
Have you never communicated with your dad?
We do. But my dad is one of these immigrants that came over to the country. Social immunity, I'm allowed to say this. He's one of these immigrants that came over, and when he came over, he couldn't speak English, and my mum taught him to speak English because they fell in love. And then over his life, he's lived here since he was 16. He's about 102 now. So he's been here most of his life. And so he must be able to talk good English. But he's really, as soon as he doesn't want to listen to a word we're saying, we'll say, you know, Dad, how are you? We'll just go, oh, Or I'll turn around to my dad and I'll say, you know, Dad, this has happened in my life, or, you know, this has happened, I really need some advice. And he'll go, who are you? This is the honest truth. He becomes really racist about himself and refuses talking English.
Sean Steen, what do you think kids are most scared of?
Well, in our house, it's Mr. Jangles, which is one of the characters I play.
Who is Mr. Jangles, Sean?
Mr. Jangles comes up the stairs! You better be in bed! Before Mr. Jangles gets up there!
That's everybody scared, Sean. That's just
We're all
getting a bit
scared
panicky.
now. I'm afraid that's the end of the show because we have to go to bed now.
I find it really funny when kids are scared of stuff, because my girls, I've got 2 daughters, and they're not scared of anything, but I've got a niece, and she's scared of everything. I took her to Cadbury World recently, and, like, they've got these big, like, cocoa beans walking around, so, like, dressed up cocoa beans, and the whole time she was like... And I was just killing myself laughing. I was, like, proper laughing at her.
You were laughing at your niece. She was terrified on a day out.
I liked your face, Jimmy. Do the face again of her being terrified.
Oh, she was...
Was she in a Michael Jackson Thriller video? It's quite an extreme, terrified...
No, but that's how terrified
Can we have it one more
she
time?
was.
Could you do Mr. Bojangles, or whatever it was called, and then I would have terrified? It'd be great, a little playlet.
Mr. Bojangles!
Most people would rather pay for cosmetic surgery than join a gym. True or false? What do you think, Jamelia?
No way. No way. Like, no way.
Have you ever had anything done?
You can't do that, no.
Would you have anything done?
No, I mean...
For me?
Botox.
How much?
Botox do you have?
I haven't got any... Well, I've got Botox done on one side, but I only got one side done. I didn't have the money, but I don't think you really noticed, but I've had that side done, and then I left that side, but I didn't have money for both. But I'm getting the other side done next week. Can you tell which one... Can you tell the before and after?
You look like a Picasso painting of yourself.
I don't think you had Botox, I think you had a stroke.
Shouldn't really joke about strokes. If you have a stroke, you'd be laughing on the other side of your face. OK, I can tell you the answer is false. 79% of people would rather join a gym. Yeah. All the celebrities get plastic surgery these days. Colleen Rooney just had some work done on her arsehole. He's had a hair transplant. And the winner is the name of our final round. Here's your first one. Top gadget that makes British people happy. What makes you happy?
Generally, in my life, I would say the gadget that's blown my mind the most is the boiled egg slicer.
You press it and it... Oh, what a joy.
It's like a little cradle, and you just put the egg to bed, and it says, all right, Mr. Egg, you're going to be... Also got a pickled onion grabber.
Is it your hand? It's not a gadget. Oh.
It is for you, Mr. Vinegar Fingers.
No! Curse my vinegar fingers.
Just looks like a pen. You press it, little prongs come out like that. Pickled onion, madam. There we go.
The ladies must just swoon.
The only problem is he's had to take it next door to someone to open the jar for him. Mr. Bronson, could you open my pickled onion jar? I've got some ladies coming round.
Top way Brits break the law.
I think the main one is because the British penchant for urinating in public is quite big. I was on a tube train the other day.
A tube train?
A tube train, and a man had a piss in the corner. And typical British, we were all like... And then he got off at the next stop, and I had to break the silence. I said, thank God he didn't need a shit.
Worst thing to do in a job interview.
It's a bad idea to refer to yourself throughout the interview as Lord Partyjet. Wear a cape.
Top hat as well. Top hat wouldn't be very good, would it?
But just a top hat and a cape.
And then you'd drawn a big mouth on your tummy. And you did that, so it looked like it was... Where do you see yourself in 5 years' time? Sitting right where you are.
Well, that sound tells me it's the end of the round and the end of the show. Thanks to all our panellists, our wonderful studio audience, and to all of you for watching at home. That's it from us. Good night.
Watching. You know what would be great is if you liked and subscribed. I'm so needy, I'm so sorry. And why not come and see me live? And the tickets are available at sarahmillican.co.uk. Put the kettle on and settle in.